Before time, before stars, before the earth existed, there was only light. Heaven was filled with glory, harmony, and perfect peace. Every angel radiated brilliance. Every voice echoed worship. There was no sin, no rebellion, no darkness, only the holiness of God. And among all the angels, one stood above the rest. His name was Lucifer. Lucifer was not ordinary. According to the book of Ezekiel, he was the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. He was adorned with splendor, covered in precious stones, anointed as a guardian cherub. He stood near the throne of God. His wisdom surpassed all other angels. His beauty was unmatched. His authority was extraordinary. Lucifer wasn't just an angel. He was heaven's masterpiece. He belonged to the cherubim, guardians of divine glory, above many angels, leader of heavenly worship, a being of light and brilliance. Even the mighty Archangel Michael respected him. But something began to change, not around him, within him. The Bible says in Ezekiel 28:15, "You were blameless in your ways, till wickedness was found in you." Wickedness didn't come from outside. It grew inside his heart. Lucifer began to admire his own beauty. He began to desire more than he was given. He began to want the throne, not just proximity to it. And in Isaiah 14 we hear his thoughts. "I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will make myself like the Most High." 5 words changed eternity. I will be greater. Pride was born. Lucifer's wisdom became twisted. His leadership turned into manipulation. He began whispering among the angels. Why bow forever? Why not rise higher? Why serve when we can rule? His charisma was powerful, and many followed him. Revelation later reveals that 1/3 of the angels joined his rebellion. Heaven, once united, was now divided, but not all were deceived. One voice rose in defiance, Michael, the warrior archangel, and his declaration echoed across heaven, "Who is like God?" That question shattered Lucifer's illusion. No one is like God, not in beauty, not in power, not in glory. The battle lines were drawn. The book of Revelation describes it clearly. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Yes, the dragon. Lucifer's light had turned to darkness. He was no longer the morning star. He became the adversary, Satan. The battle was fierce, but pride cannot defeat holiness. Rebellion cannot overpower truth, and Lucifer was not strong enough. He and his followers were cast down, thrown out of heaven, falling from glory into darkness. The morning star became the fallen star. Lucifer became Satan, the accuser, separated from God's presence forever. But his rage did not end. It intensified. If he could not dethrone God, he would corrupt God's creation. Then came a new creation. According to Genesis, God created mankind in his own image, human beings, lower than angels, yet deeply loved. And one day, God would even take human form himself through Jesus Christ. This humility enraged Satan. How could the Creator become flesh? How could God love humans this deeply? And so Satan made his move. In the Garden of Eden he appeared as a serpent, subtle, deceptive, calculating. Did God really say? With one question, he planted doubt. Adam and Eve fell. Sin entered the world. Death followed. And Satan believed he had won. Throughout history, Satan tempted, deceived, and destroyed. He even dared to tempt Jesus in the wilderness. But unlike Adam, Jesus resisted, and through his death and resurrection, Jesus sealed Satan's defeat. The cross was not weakness, it was victory. The book of Revelation reveals the end. Satan will gather the nations one final time, the battle of Armageddon. But the outcome is already decided. Christ returns, not as a suffering servant, but as King of Kings. With the word, evil collapses, and Satan, the ancient serpent, is thrown into the lake of fire forever. Lucifer's fall teaches one eternal lesson. Pride destroys, rebellion separates, but God's goodness always triumphs. Darkness may fight, but it cannot win. As John writes, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." The war that began in heaven still echoes today, not with swords, but in hearts. Every day we choose pride or humility, rebellion or obedience, darkness or light. Lucifer chose pride. Michael chose loyalty. Humanity was given freedom, and through Christ, victory is already secured. The question is, which side will you stand on?